school for Rowland High School and Nogales and all the other middle schools and elementary schools. You are in for a really neat treat. If you are here to hear some music, you came to the right place. I know it's a little bit warm, but it'll just make you enjoy the music a little bit more. It makes you thinking a little bit more about our music. You're going to hear a lot of things going on from our elementary schools all the way to the high schools, the jazz band, and a neat treat that you're going to hear first out tonight, this mariachi band, which is amazing. But first, I need to introduce a few people. We have to go through a few little protocol things and have a little fun. Introduce some people so you know what's going on with our school and our district. It is an honor to have somebody who supports music more than I know, and we could not do this without her. It is our head principal at Nogales, Dr. Nancy Padilla.
Well, good evening. Welcome to our noble house. I'm so glad that you are here. How many of you are here for the first time? Fantastic. Welcome. You are going to be blown away by the quality of the musicianship you hear. How many of you have been here before and are waiting for that elementary special song you know you're going to hear? Amen. Okay, we're counting on you. All right. Well, without any further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the superintendent of the Rowland Unified School District, Dr. Maria Otts.
And special thanks to Dr. Padilla for getting her school ready for this evening, and to Brad Pollock, who you heard from, for being the host this evening. There's some extra work that goes in to the planning when you're the host school, and so I wanted to acknowledge him for being in charge this year. Thank you, Brad. It is my pleasure to make some introductions. First of all, I'd like to introduce the members of the Board of Education who are here with us this evening. This Board of Education has had a long history of being dedicated to arts education. They've worked hard to preserve the music programs in this district in this climate of tremendous budget reductions. So let me begin by introducing the President of the Board of Education, Mrs. Heidi Gallegos. And the Clerk of the Board, Mr. Kerry Chen, would you please stand? And Board Member Robert Hidalgo. And Board Member Dr. Gilbert Garcia. It's a pleasure working with a board that really puts children first. I'd also like to introduce to you the people who work closest with me at the district office. Some of you may know them. Let me begin by introducing the Deputy Superintendent for the school district, Dr. Rob Arias. The Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, who is the one who has all the budget headaches, Mr. Ruben Frutos. The person who works directly with the schools, you know her as the Assistant Superintendent of the Schools Division, and that's Dr. Rosemary Aguilar. And the person who tries to keep us on the cutting edge of instruction, that is the Director of our instructional programs. We call her the Director, and that is Mrs. Joanne Lawrence. I want to tell you that you have very hard-working principals, learning directors, and vice principals in the school district. And many of them are out practically every night of the week because there are things that are going on at your individual school sites. I would like all of our administrators to stand, our principals, our learning directors, and our vice principals. Just wave from where you are. We want to thank you for being here to support the program. I want to make a couple of commercials. One of the commercials deals with our arts program and our music program. We want to make sure that you all understand that we are going to continue these programs unless, of course, the state hits us with even deeper cuts. But it is our commitment to continue these programs going into next year. There has been some confusion about the new school that is opening, that is at the former Rincon site, the new K-8 Math and Science Academy. There will be a music program at that school. We intend for that to be a strong program. It will be a band program, so I wanted to make that clarification for anyone who may have had misinformation on that. It is our commitment to continue all of the programs that we have that support music in the school district. Another commercial for you. You're going to receive a message by phone Monday night. Don't hang up. It's going to be me calling you, a friendly reminder. There is a new law that requires that all 7th through 12th grade students have an immunization for Tdap, which is the whooping cough vaccination. You've probably heard about it or read about it in the paper. In order for 7th through 12th grade students to come to school next year for the new school year 2011-12, they must have that immunization. I encourage you and ask your help by starting to take care of that now. Get it off your to-do list and get that information into the health office at your elementary, or not your elementary, but your secondary school, your intermediate, high school, or at the K-8s. We need you to help us with that because they cannot come to school without that. So you're going to get a message Monday night reinforcing that, and just ask for your help. So, with that, I think those are all my commercials. Let me just say one more thing. Earlier today, the school board, the 4 board members that you saw here today, were with me in Glendale for an education summit. We met with elected officials throughout the San Gabriel Valley, and the conference or the summit was focused on the crisis and the potential impact that it would have on our school district and all the school districts in the San Gabriel Valley. And I want to again acknowledge the board members for being there. Mr. Chen, Dr. Garcia, Mrs. Gallegos were all able to be there, and just for working for your schools to preserve the programs that we have. Now with that, I have one last wonderful announcement for you. Last Monday, I attended what is the Academy Awards of Arts Education. On Monday, I was at the Walt Disney Concert Hall when the LA County presented the most prestigious award that you can get in LA County if you are an arts teacher. It is called the Bravo Award. I want you to know that your school district had a recipient. It's like when they say, envelope please, and the best actress in a starring role, well, it was similar to that. And our star who received this recognition is going to be honored by the school board this evening. And I'm going to bring Mrs. Heidi Gallegos up, and we are going to tell you who it is.
Well, I'd like to have my colleagues come up and join me here. The school board is committed to the arts and education, and even with the drastic budget cuts, I'm just so honored to work with my colleagues here in trying to keep and maintain a strong arts and music program. With that, really, the show here goes to our recipient. And so the envelope, please. We open the envelope, and we would like to recognize Mrs. Laura Tovar, recipient. Children, but I'm going to give Laura just a moment here to say a few words about the Bravo and the experience on Monday night.
I could not have won any award if it weren't for every one of you parents and you guys, all my students. I love you like your mom. I'm the best parent in the world.
Again, congratulations to Laura Tovar, 2011.
And now, I'm going to turn the program over to the very best music teachers in the state of California, and I would put them up against any music teacher in this nation. You are going to be dazzled with the performance of your young people. Please join me.